Hello peoples, Bubba Ace here, and welcome to the return of a special Ninja Warrior Roblox event. I've done this before, and peoples wanted me to bring it back, so I did. It's the first Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus since Tournament 13, and this time it has an added twist. This time around, it has been made into a team event. That's right, this is basically Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus Team Edition! Or something like that, I haven't really thought that far. Anyway, following the conclusion of Tournament 18, I decided to invite the 8 main accounts who performed the best to compete in this event. And they are Kane the RNW Master, G-Man 992421, an Epic Reshiram, Bryce Bry 1, Sonic DJs, Aussie Bro, Faripu, and unfortunately, Savage Gamer 935 wasn't going to be available to participate in this, so instead, in his place, we have Daniel Icewolf RBLX. And of these competitors, Faripu is no stranger to Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus, as he competed in the very first Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus, going up against Reality Pales. Although it didn't go so well for him, he's back, hoping to have a better result for this event. Now that the competitors have been introduced, let me explain how this is going to work. This is going to consist of 2 teams of 4, with 1 member from each team going up against each other. The competitors will run the first 3 stages of the Tournament 18 course. And since Aussie Bro and Faripu are the only all-stars in this event, they will each be the team captains. So this is essentially going to be Team Aussie Bro versus Team Faripu. Once the captains have selected their teammates one by one, each team will decide which 3 competitors on their team will run Stage 1 with the 4th member sitting out. But then that 4th member will be the first to run Stage 2. And then the teams will decide which other 2 will run Stage 2, with the one having to sit out on Stage 2 being the first to run Stage 3. And at that point, depending on what the score is, we'll determine if it'll still be 3 members on each team running Stage 3, or if all 4 members will get to run. The goal for each competitor is to get as far as they can. Their run ends if they fall into the water or clear the stage. If both competitors in each matchup fall on the same obstacle or clear the stage, the competitor who got to that point the fastest gets the point. And the teams will want to strategize on who they wish to face off in each matchup, because a competitor cannot face off against another competitor they face in a matchup. And now I'll explain the point system. Points will be given to the team whose member gets the farthest the fastest in each matchup. In Stage 1, each matchup victory will earn the team 1 point. In Stage 2, each is worth 2 points, and in Stage 3, each is worth 3 points. After all 3 stages, if there somehow ends up being a tie, we'll head to Stage 4 for the tiebreaker. And now that that's out of the way, I'll quickly summarize who the team captains picked to join their team. To make things fair, I let the team captains choose one at a time, alternating. After a quick coin toss, Aussie Bro got to be the first to choose. His first choice was Sonic DJs. Faripu was then up, and his first choice was an Epic Reshiram. Back to Aussie, and he then picked Bryce Bry 1. Then it was Faripu again, and his next choice was Daniel Icewolf RBLX. And Aussie's final choice was G-Man 992421, leaving Kane the RNW Master to join Faripu's team. Once the teams were decided, it was time to begin the competition. Prior to Stage 1, there was another coin toss to determine which team would decide which team goes first on Stage 1, meaning that the other team would go first on Stage 2, and the losing team heading into Stage 3 would decide who goes first in Stage 3. Aussie Bro's team won the second coin toss and decided to go first in Stage 1. Now let's see the matchups for Stage 1. So Team Aussie decided to let Bryce Bry 1 run first, and Team Faripu decided to have an Epic Reshiram go up against him. So the first matchup will be Bryce Bry 1 versus an Epic Reshiram. Then Team Aussie elected Sonic_DJs to go next, while Team Faripu elected their team captain Faripu to go up against him. So the second matchup will be Sonic_DJs versus Faripu. And then the captain of Team Aussie volunteered to be the one to wrap up Stage 1 for his team, while Team Faripu had Daniel go up against him. So the third and final matchup of Stage 1 will be Aussie Bro versus Daniel Icewolf RBLX, which means G-Man 992421 of Team Aussie Bro will face off against Kane the RNW Master of Team Faripu in the first matchup of Stage 2. Now then, let's head to the Stage 1 start line to begin the Versus competition! Starting us off is veteran Bryce Bry 1. On his Tournament 18 run, he cleared the first stage with the second slowest clear time. Which is interesting because on his debut in Tournament 17, he cleared with the second fastest clear time. What an amazing turn of events. And now we'll get to see how he does on the first Team Versus event. Alright, he's not going to have a time limit for this. He's just going to have to get as far as he can. One thing I forgot to bring up how this is going to work is that he is going to have only 3 attempts at the wall. I mean, not that it really matters considering that there's no stopper to it, but, you know, it's just how many jumps it takes to get up there. That's kind of the indication for it. But, of course, he's got to get to that point. I mean, he did clear Stage 1, so no reason to believe they can't do it. And unlike his tournament run on Tournament 18, he's going fast this time around. Last time he was going pretty slow. But now he's going for speed, which is what you should do in an event like this. And he fails to get onto the jumping spider, and he's out at 31.9 seconds. So that'll be the time that an Epic Reshiram has to beat. And speaking of an Epic Reshiram, here he is right now, a veteran on this course. On his Tournament 18 run, he failed the Cannonball Climb, but still finished in 16th place overall. He got to wear the number 92 because he finished in first place on the 4th place qualifying course. And if he wants to get the point for Team Faripu, he's either going to have to get onto the walk section of the jumping spider, or get to that point faster than Bryce Bry 1. And his time begins on past the road glider. No problem. And now for the rolling boulder. He's having a little struggle getting it rolling. He's got it. And looking at his pace, it doesn't look like he's going to get faster than Bryce Bry. He's over the hurdle on the Saturn, he's cleared it. It doesn't look like he's going to get to his time, so now he's going to have to get onto the walk session to beat him. Alright, 30 seconds now. He definitely not beat his time, but can he get to the walk session to beat Bryce Bry 1? He will not! He will fail the exact same point, and he got there 2 seconds slower than Bryce Bry 1. So because Bryce Bry 1 got to that point faster than an Epic Reshiram, Team Aussie Bro gets the first point of this event. And now on the start line is veteran Sonic_DJs. On his Tournament 18 run, he failed the Cannonball Climb, but still finished in 15th place overall, just 1 place higher than an Epic Reshiram. Now he's looking to get another point for Team Aussie Bro. And also because Sonic himself wants to get to the end of Stage 1, since he's yet to press the button at the end of Stage 1 since Tournament 14. But, see if he can do it here. Not an official tournament run, but it's mostly just for pride and to convince himself that he can still clear the first stage on a course like this. Especially this one. I say that, he's over the hurdle on the Saturn, and he has passed it. He's going a bit faster than he was in Tournament 18. Not quite as fast as both an Epic Reshiram and Bryce Bry 1, that doesn't matter because he is already starting the second match of the first stage. And he's trying to prove to everyone himself that he can do this. I'm sure he's ignoring the fact that he's going up against Faripu, the captain of Team Faripu. But that doesn't matter. He's wanted to show that he is worthy of becoming an all-star in the future. So at the Warp 1-1, he's already onto the giant swing. He reached the 1 minute mark. Now you see the timer changed a bit, but that's okay. You know, got bigger. Anyway, that's what she said. Okay, I don't know why. Cannonball Climb, he failed this on his official tournament round, but not this time, and he is going to clear the first stage and be the first to do it as soon as he presses the button. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's failing to press the button. Any second now. There he goes, and now he does it, so now his official time is 1 minute and 24 seconds. And that's the time that Faripu will have to beat, as that's the only way he's going to get the point for his team. And as a plus, Sonic did end up clearing under the 90-second time limit, as that was the time limit for Stage 1 in Tournament 18. But that doesn't matter, because now Faripu's going to have to beat that time in order to get the point. And now for Sonic's opponent, the captain of Team Faripu, the first all-star to participate in this event. On his Tournament 18 run, he cleared the first stage for the 7th time in his career. That's not really going to mean much here, but it'll just go to show that he's capable of clearing the first stage. We'll see if he can do it. Especially since he's going to have to do it within 1 minute 24 if he wants to get the point. Alright, on to the rope glider. It's kind of amazing that he wanted to start out the competition, or I guess this early in Stage 1. I guess he kind of figured that, you know, why not just go ahead and, you know, try to get his team into an early lead, or something like that. I really don't know. Or I guess he just wants to face off against Aussie at Stage 3, you know, as long as, you know, he and Aussie don't face off either in Stage 2, or, you know, I don't know. Anyway, he's already onto the jumping spider. Can he stick it? He will, and as I forgot to mention Sonic's run, he's the second competitor to stick it, and he falls off the walk section! And a shocking fail. Sonic_DJs gets the next point for Team Aussie. And now kicking off the third and final match of Stage 1 is the captain of Team Aussie Bro. On his Tournament 18 run, he cleared the first stage with the fastest time, and for the 7th tournament in a row. Now, if he were to fail Stage 1 on this event, that's not going to affect his streak. Like, it'll still count as 7 Stage 1 clears in a row, though at the same time, if he does clear, it's not going to increase it to 8 in a row, since this is mostly just a little fun event. You know, it's mostly for the fun of it. Like, there's no, like, the only real thing that the winning team gets is bragging rights, or, you know, something. Maybe not exactly bragging rights, it's good. Whatever. Point is that, I don't want to start with something. Anyway, Aussie Bro, on the spinning rings, and he's going in the fastest pace, yet. So, let's see if he can handle the jumping spider. Mounts around, and he fails to catch onto the walk section, but gets there at a point of 29.5 seconds. So that'll have to be the time, or point, for Daniel Ice Wolf RBLX to beat. Now he's at the start line, ready to wrap up this match and this stage in this Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus event. On his Tournament 18 run, he failed the spinning rings and didn't finish in the top 20. He's only a part of this event because the original 8th competitor, ii_savage_gamer935, couldn't make it. I asked the other 8 who they would like to be in this event, and they each gave many recommendations, and the one competitor whose name appeared in most of their lists was Daniel. So I asked if he wanted to be a part of this. He said sure, so here he is. Now, I don't know if Team Faripu pit Daniel against Aussie in hopes that, you know, in the later stages they can pin Aussie against a probably arguably tougher opponent. I doubt it's because I don't think that Daniel's capable of beating him. I think also this they decided to let Daniel have another crack at Stage 1 to hopefully redeem himself. And we'll just see what happens. And looking at Daniel's place, close call on the rolling boulder. Yeah, I don't think Daniel's gonna get to the jumping spider in 8 seconds. So really, the only chance that he has in beating Aussie is by clinging onto the jumping spider. He's on the spinning rings. He has to, and he gets revenge on him. He will not. He will fall in for a second time now, and with a time even higher than Aussie Bro getting to the jumping spider. So Team Aussie Bro will take the last point of stage 1 and sweep the first stage. So after one stage on the Tournament 18 course, Team Aussie Bro has a 3-0 lead. But now we head to the second stage. Like stage 1, the competitors will have no time limit. They just have to get as far as they can, and the farthest the fastest gets the points. And as an added bonus, on this stage, the competitors don't have to press the button if they get to the end, they just have to cross the gate. As stated before, each match of victory gives the team 2 points. During the break, the teams decided which member of their team would set out on this stage. And since Team Aussie Bro went first on the first stage, the members of Team Faripu would each start this stage. And as such, after Team Faripu decided which of their members would run stage 2, Team Aussie Bro picked which members of their team would face off against whom, so long as they don't pit them against someone they've already faced. Now since G-Man 992421 of Team Aussie Bro and Kane the RNW Master of Team Faripu sat out on stage 1, they'll be the first ones to face off on stage 2. Team Faripu picked their captain and an epic Reshiram to run stage 2, leaving Daniel Icewolf RBLX to set out on the stage, and in response, Team Aussie Bro also picked their captain and Sonic_DJs to face off against Faripu and an epic Reshiram respectively, leaving Bryce Bry 1 to set out on this stage. So those are the matches for stage 2. Now let's head back down to the course to begin stage 2 of the Versus event. First one to go is the regular, soon-to-be veteran, Kane the RNW Master. On his Tournament 18 run, he ended up clearing the first stage. But on his attempt on stage 2, he failed the triple salmon ladder, but still finished in 11th place overall. So that's a good thing to note because that was the first time he ever cleared stage 1 on this course. So he won't be Oh, and right off the bat he started before the lights lit up, so that's already a 10-second penalty. So it's not looking like a good start. I guess as long as he gets very far or ends up clearing, probably won't matter. It'll just depend on how G-Man does in the run. And Kane's already doing much better than he did on his official Tournament 18 run. He's beaten his nemesis triple salmon ladder, and he just barely gets past the ring, or gliding ring. Anyway, I was trying to say that until he officially returns, like in Tournament 19 or whenever he comes back, if he does, he'll still be treated as a regular. I mean, rank-wise, won't be officially there until he makes the next round in the following tournament. Whatever. Point is, actually, that was my point. Anyway, Kane is already making great work of the court. Good grief, he's making great work at the second stage. Already on to the cable circuit. He's reached the 1 minute mark. So despite that 10-second penalty, he's still doing really well. Now he's on to the wall split. He's ended from the left side, and he's got to move. Oh, he didn't push both the wall. So I'm not going to penalize him. It's just going to be a 5-second penalty for every wall he doesn't push. Well, he got the second one fine, but he doesn't push the third set. But he does end up clearing. And because he didn't push the right side of the first and third walls, that's going to be a 10-second penalty added to his time to make his official clear time a minute 28.966 seconds. That'll have to be the time for G-Man to beat if he wants to get the point for his team. And there he is, awaiting at the stage 2 start line. On his official Tournament 18 run, he also cleared the first stage, with the second fastest stage 1 clear time. But on his stage 2 run, he became the first victim of the beam trenches, but still finished in 5th place overall, so he's a top 5 finisher. Of course, that won't mean much if he doesn't end up clearing, which of course is what he's going to have to do to earn the point. And he's going to have to beat Kane the RNW Masters Stage 2 clear time to get the points. So yeah, he's also regular, and he's had quite the career since he made his debut. Only finally just in this tournament clearing the first stage for the first time in his career. Why am I getting stages 1 and 2 mixed up? Anyway, so yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of trouble with the triple salmon ladder, and he's definitely not now. Alright, gliding ring. Gliding down it nicely, and he has beaten it. Almost going straight for the peg jump. Down to a minute. He's going at a bit of faster pace than Kane. And onto the beam trenches. This is where he failed on his Tournament 8T run. If he had beaten this obstacle, he most likely would have cleared the second stage. Alright, and he's past the jump that he failed, and skips the last jump of the beam trenches, and now for the boulder swing. And he's past that, and now for the cable circuit. And do this, and he has done it! Lots of time left for the wall split. And unlike Kane, he's pushing both walls. That was his requirement to do. Because Kane didn't do that, he got a 5-second penalty for each wall. He didn't push both ends on. Whatever. Anyway, at the third wall, and now he's got to cross the gates. Doesn't really have to press the button, get past the gates. There he goes, and he does it with 15 seconds left. So he has definitely earned the points for his team. So even if he decided to not push both walls on the wall split, he still would have won. But just barely. And now the captain of Team Furipu will take to the stage. On his official attempt on the second stage, he failed the triple salmon ladder for the first time in his career, but he still finished in 10th place overall. So at least he finished in the top 10, which is always good for an all-star. But we all know he's better than that. We know he's capable of going much farther. That was just a severe case of bad luck on the new course. Anyway, already passed the sliding jump rope, and now for the triple salmon ladder. This is where he failed. Can he beat it this time? He's on the third set, and he has passed it. Now for the gliding ring, and he's beaten that too. It's already a great run for this all-star. Peg jump now, and he slips off the 5th peg. Tried to get a running jump onto the 6th peg, but waiting just a little too long. But still went out at 27.9 seconds. And now we move on to the captain of Team Aussie Bro. On his official Stage 2 attempt, he ended up clearing with the fastest time. So if you haven't guessed already, he cleared the first 2 stages with the fastest times. And that's why he lives up to his title of being the speed demon of Ninja Warrior Roblox. He doesn't exactly need to be on apply speed for this, as all he needs to do to beat Furipu is get to at least the 6th peg on the peg jump. And as I say that, he's struggling a bit on the triple salmon ladder. He hasn't struggled on this since Tournament 12. He's having a hard time getting to the 3rd set, and he does it again. Come on, Aussie, you're better than this. Come on. He fails it again, and he ends up falling off the obstacle. So after struggling so much on the triple salmon ladder, he ends up failing it. That is rather shocking. And because of that slip-up, Furipu has beaten Aussie Bro, gets the points, and Team Furipu is finally on the board. And now, beginning the final matchup of Stage 2, is veteran and epic Reshiram. His first and only Stage 2 appearance was back in Tournament 13, which ironically was the tournament in which the first Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus event took place following that tournament. So, even though an epic is running Stage 2, he hasn't gotten it on there in an official tournament. So, I guess in a way, he feels good to be back on Stage 2, even though it's just for a little Versus event, but Whatever. And he ends up slipping off the gliding ring. He is the first victim of it. Well, he still finishes in 18 seconds, so that's good, I guess. And now to wrap up the final match of Stage 2 is Sonic_DJs. He last reached the second stage in Tournament 14, which is also the tournament where he got his personal best by making it to Stage 3. I don't know why I'm discussing that in the Versus event, but I don't care. So yeah, all he's got to do is get past the gliding ring to beat an epic restroom, or at least fail that point in less than 18 seconds. Considering the pace he's going, he's definitely not gonna beat that time, so all he's got to do is beat the gliding ring. Well, he's already making great work of the triple salmon ladder. Can he hang on to the ring? Yes, he will. Alright, so he's already gonna get the point for his team. Now he's just gonna continue running just to see how far he can go. Past the peg jump. Getting through the beam trenches. Going on them slowly. That's okay. Be amazing to see him clear this. Because then be like, man, if I didn't fail the cannonball climb, I would have gone to stage 3 or something. Oh, I spoke too soon because he slipped off the boulder swing. Slipped off the boulder on the boulder swing. But nevertheless, that's still more than enough to beat an epic restroom and get the points for Team Aussie Bro. We're getting close to the end, and Team Aussie Bro is now at a 7-2 lead. But it's still anyone's game as we head to the third stage. Same as the first two stages, no time limit, farthest the fastest gets the point, but now the point values are higher, as each matchup victory grants the team 3 points. There will be no tie in this event. A winning team will be decided on this stage. This time, all 4 team members will be able to participate on this stage. Team Faribu can still win it all, but in order to do so, they'll need to win 3 of the 4 matchups. Team Aussie Bro, on the other hand, just needs to win 2 of the 4 in order to clinch the win. Now, since Bryce Bry 1 and Daniel Icewolf RBLX sat out on Stage 2, they'll be the first ones to face off on Stage 3. Bryce Bry 1 representing Team Aussie Bro, and Daniel Icewolf RBLX representing Team Faribu. As for the other matchups, well, since Team Faribu was trailing by 5 heading into this stage, they got to choose which team would go first. They said that they came up with a strategy that they feel would give them the win. And that strategy was to let Team Aussie Bro go first, and then Team Faribu would feel the pressure when running the stage, and that they feel that they perform better under pressure. Well, we'll see if that strategy works. So since the first matchup was already decided, Team Aussie Bro had to decide the order of their members to run Stage 3. And the order they chose, after Bryce Bry 1, was Sonic_DJs, G-Man 992421, and Aussie Bro. After they chose their run order, Team Faribu chose Kane the RNW Master to face off with Sonic_DJs, since Daniel Icewolf RBLX has to face off with Bryce Bry 1. Then they chose an Epic Reshiram to face off with G-Man 992421. And then finally, Captain Faribu was left to face off with Aussie Bro. Now earlier I explained that 2 competitors could not face off in the same matchup twice. However, since everyone unanimously agreed that the team captains facing off on the third stage would be a much better final matchup, should it come to that, I decided to allow it. Just this once. Now that the stage is set, let's head on down to the Stage 3 start platform to begin the finale of this event. And kicking off the third stage is Bryce Bry 1. He didn't reach this stage in his Tournament 18 run, Instead, he went out on the peg jump of Stage 2, and he finished in 8th place overall. So this will be his first Stage 3 attempt on this course. And it's interesting how he started this event at Stage 1, so now he's starting Stage 3. I never really said anything about the order in which you have to go, like saying that you can't be like the first in every stage or whatever. But anyway, maybe just because, you know, he sat on Stage 2. He's already passed the roulette cylinder to great speed, and now for the hole grasper. Can he get through this? He's handling it nicely, and he's beating it. Now for the V-boards. Going straight for it. It's onto the second board, and he fails to get around to the other side, and he is out on the V-boards. But still finishes with 28.2 seconds. And that'll be the time for his opponent to beat. And his opponent is Daniel Icewolf RBLX. His first and only Stage 3 appearance in an official tournament was in Tournament 17, where he ended up finishing in 2nd place in that tournament. However, that's irrelevant because this isn't an official tournament. It's a tournament, well, small event, where he gets to say, "Oh man, I can't believe me and my team lost. Why did you guys thought it was a good idea to invite me?" Or where, "Heh, me and my team won, and I bet you guys wish you'd never invited me in the first place." Anyway, takes a while getting past the roulette cylinder, just pass it, and he's onto the hole grasper. So for him to beat Bryce by 1, he's gonna have to either successfully get onto the other side of the second board, which he's gonna have to do since he's not gonna be able to do it within Bryce's time limit. And he successfully lands on the other side, so he's beaten Bryce and failed to transition to the third V-board, but it doesn't matter because he did get a step further than Bryce. Therefore, he gets the points for his team. Starting the second matchup of Stage 3 is veteran Sonic_DJs. His first and only Stage 3 appearance in an official tournament was back in Tournament 14, where he ended up finishing that tournament in 6th place. Again, that's irrelevant because this isn't an official tournament. Yes, the roulette cylinder was experiencing some difficulty, so I just said screw it, competitors will just start at the end of the roulette cylinder track. And that's when their time will start as well. And we're on the V-boards, and he pulls a Bryce and fails to get it to the other side of the second board. Nevertheless, he still finishes in 18.3 seconds due to the difficulty of the roulette cylinder not being able to work properly. It couldn't start there, so that's a thing. Either way, it's going to have to be the time for Kane to beat. And here he is, already starting. Not wasting any time at all. He just basically alright, enough time. Cha-cha, come on, let's get going. I want to do this thing. I'm like, I'm sorry. Is this your show? No, it's mine. And if I say we're going to do it the slow and steady way, we're doing it the slow and steady way. And as I say all that, he's already onto the cliffhanger, so either way, he's already beaten Sonic_DJs. He fails to jump to the third ledge on the cliffhanger. But that's okay, because as I just said, he's practically beaten Sonic no matter what, because he not only got past Sonic, but even if he failed the exact same point as Sonic, he got there faster. So he scores the points, and adds them to Team Furipu's score. And just like that, Team Furipu has taken its first lead in this event. And this next match is crucial, because if Team Furipu wins this match, they've clinched the victory in this competition. Team Aussie Bro, on the other hand, needs to win this match in order to stay in the game. So a lot of pressure is going to be placed on G-Man 992421 on this match. He needs to win this to keep his team in the game, and he's bounced off the 5th hole in the hole grasper. That might have just cost his team the win. So unless an epic rusher makes a mistake here, all he needs to do is get past the hole grasper to beat G-Man. 4th, 5th, and that's it. An epic Restroom is going to get the points, and Team Furibu is going to clinch the victory in the Ninja Warrior Roblox vs. Team Edition. He's gonna pause anyway, we're just gonna see how far he can get, and he ends up failing to get to the other side of the first board, but that's okay, because an epic Reshiram wins the match, and Team Furipu wins the event. Well, there you have it, peoples. Team Furipu makes an amazing comeback to win it all. I'm sure Furipu himself is happy that he's gotten a win, but probably even happier that he got to share it with his team. And that will conclude the second ever Ninja Warrior Roblox Versus, and the first ever Versus Team Edition. Congratulations to Furipu and Epic Reshiram, Daniel Ice with RBLX, and Kane the RNW Master on the win. And special thanks to Aussie Bro, Sonic_DJs, Bryce Bry1, and Gman992421 for being a part of this. If you enjoyed this little mini event, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video so that others can enjoy it. And if you want to keep up with future uploads, make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell icon, then you can either set it for occasional uploads or all of them. And if you want a chance to compete in a future tournament and get updates regarding the show, you can join the official Ninja Warrior Roblox Discord server. Link is in the description. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the random boxes on screen. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Until next time, ciao peoples.